Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. The brand new video for you guys today. Welcome to my channel. Do all these algorithm mics, and I hope you're all having a good day. Well, good, smelling good. As today, we're going to talk about the top 10 most anticipated games 2024 for me. I gotta emphasize the words for me. You might have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 games that you look forward to more than all of these games on this list. That's you. This is me. It's my channel. You know, this isn't like a voted on basis. This is games that I myself am personally looking forward to. These games that we know are coming out this year. There's like one game though. There's one game on this list that we don't have like an exact release date on, but it's speculated that the game will release this year. So let's get things started with number 10. Coming in at number 10 of my most anticipated games 2024, Blue Protocol. Blue Protocol is a free-to-play MMORPG from Bandai Namco and Amazon. This is pretty much the next big anime video game. Like you think about, you know, the Genshin Impacts, the Honkai Star Rails, the Tower Fantasies. This is Bandai Namco getting into that same kind of market of having, like, you know, that style of anime aesthetic, and being an MMO. You know, even though Genshin was an MMO, this isn't a gacha game, but I do think that this game's existence is basically like predicated on the fact that people have been playing a lot of anime games lately, and you're constantly seeing these new anime games get announced and get released. You know, try to cash in on this brand, I won't say brand new, but this uprising of interest in anime style RPGs, especially here in the West. The West has never really been big on anime video games. There's always been like people, especially those on PlayStation, who play JRPGs. But for the most part, the majority of players weren't really playing JRPGs. Whereas like now, you know, Japanese games, especially anime games, is getting bigger and bigger and bigger here in Western culture. I'm looking forward to Blue Protocol. The trailers I've seen before look nice. There's been a few videos where people have already like posted what the game plays like over in Korea and Japan. I'm not the biggest anime video game fan, but this game does look like a game that I will be interested in. I can't wait to try it out. At number 9 is Stalker 2. Stalker 2 has been in a weird, I won't even say weird, just development hell, but not for the reason to where people will usually be in development hell. Usually when it gets into kind of like development hell, it's because, you know, money issues or, you know, issues with crunch time. It's just basic gaming development issues. Stalker 2, on the other hand, was a game that was supposed to release years ago. It's supposed to be like, I think it's supposed to be like a launch title for the Xbox One, or if not the Xbox One, maybe launch title for the Series X. But because of, yeah, it was definitely the Series X. So I'm trying to correct myself. But because of the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, this game being developed by a Ukrainian developer, GSC Game World, the game had to go through massive delays. You know, the studio had to make sure they themselves were, you know, safe and not in the way of, you know, getting harmed by Russia and, you know, all of things like that. It was supposed to get like a 2022 release date. Not I remember. But yeah, but the ongoing war in Ukraine pretty much put this game's development on hold. And now we're getting the game this year. You know, according to developers, this game's supposed to come out early 2024, and I can't wait. I never played the original Stalker games, which came out, you know, like 15 years ago. But as someone who's a massive fan of the Metro series, and this game kind of has that same kind of similar aesthetic as the Metro games, I can't wait for this game. Like, I'm really looking forward to Stalker 2. Coming in number 8 is Final Fantasy 16 for PC. So we're getting PC Final Fantasy 16 this year. I play on both PC and Xbox, so this list will be games that are only on one or the other. So if you're looking for like, hey, how come this game isn't on your list? I don't have that console. I've never owned a Nintendo console ever since like 64. So that was a long time ago. I'm old. I haven't owned a Nintendo console since 64. I haven't had a Nintendo handheld since the SP. When it comes to PlayStation, I had PlayStation PS3. I didn't have a PS4 or PS5. I want a PS5. Like, understand this. This isn't like some kind of like fanboy thing where it's like, oh, I'm ignoring PlayStation games because fuck PlayStation. Yay, like, man, I'm poor. I can't afford PlayStation 5. Anyways, Final Fantasy 16. It's not the greatest looking Final Fantasy game. And, there's things about its aesthetic that doesn't like appeal to me, but I still really want to play the game as someone who really enjoys Final Fantasy games. Ever since I started playing them with 13, I've really enjoyed the franchise up until this point. So I am looking forward to it. It's not high on my list, but it's a game I'm looking forward to this year. Coming in number 7, Space Marines 2. So for those who are new to the channel, I have a few videos that you should watch. My Bricky reaction videos to Bricky Explains Warhammer. I am new to the Warhammer franchise. I did a let's play of the first Space Marines games, which is also on this channel. You can check out if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, check it out. It's pretty funny. Anyways, Space Marines 2 definitely has my interest because of this newfound interest into Warhammer. I've been playing Darktide 2, and I've been playing some of the other Warhammer games as well, and I've just been like really loving the lore of Warhammer. Like really I've been enjoying it. And Space Marines 1 reminded me of playing like Gears of War, which is what I really enjoyed about it. So hopefully Space Marines 2 can capture that as well as a Gears of War fanboy. I like that. I like the clunky mechanics of and the weight of the Space Marines and how the game played. Obviously, with this game being a new game, probably won't be as clunky or not clunky at all. But I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's a great game. Coming to number 6, Hellblade 2. Hellblade is kind of in that same situation as like Stalker, not entirely. Like Hellblade has been dealing with Russian tanks and whatnot, but it's in the same department as Stalker 2, where it's been a game people have been looking forward to and expecting to release well before this year. It's been getting teased and shown trailers every single year, and we're just like, come out already, please come out. And this is the year. It's like a Cowboys fan. This is gonna be the year. This is our year. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but that's how it sounds when it comes to Hellblade. This is the year. Hellblade 2 is gonna come out, and I can't wait. I hope it's gonna be a great game. Hellblade 1 is a phenomenal work of art, and I'm looking forward to this game. Knocking my socks off on how great the voice acting is gonna be, the storytelling is gonna be, and just I can't wait. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. All right, top 5 time. Coming in number 5, The Last of Us Part 2. Now, I did say at the beginning of this video, there's a game on here that doesn't have an exact release date. This is this game. Last of Us Part 2 PC does not have a release date. It does have a release date for the remaster on PS5, but Last of Us Part 2 remake for PC hasn't been announced yet. It's speculated that it's going to be quarter 3 of this year, so sometime between April and June is what people are expecting. Last of Us Part 1 came out last year on PC, and it had a lot of port issues, but for the most part was generally received very well by people. I myself did a let's play of it. Check it out if you want to. Check out my last let's play if you want to, but I'm looking forward to it. It's not like blowing my the doors down for me when it comes to like, oh, I gotta have that game right now, but I can't wait for it. I'm looking forward to it. Last of Us Part 1 was good enough to where Last of Us Part 2 is something that I'm very interested in. I want to see what the fuss is about all the backlash that the game saw. So again, I've never seen any Last of Us gameplay when it comes to this franchise until I played myself. So I don't know anything about my Last of Us 2 other than like just small things I read online. Coming in number 4, Black Myth Wukong. Now, I've always said that I cannot wait for more Chinese mythology games to come out, because if there's any part of the world, there's a few, but it's any part of the world that doesn't get like a lot of video games that are like popular, it's China. And generally is never like mythology. And China has great mythology. Like a lot of places have good mythology, but like we don't really see a lot of Chinese mythology explored. In Wukong being Sun Wukong, the Chinese god. I can't wait to play this game. I feel like this is going to be like the Lies of P of 2024. It's going to be a soul-like game that's going to be insanely good, and it's don't catch people by surprise if you haven't been paying attention to it. But if you're like me and been following it since they first announced it, you're expecting this game to be pretty good, and I expect it to be pretty good too. This game looks phenomenal visually. The art style, everything about this game just screams play me, and I can't wait to play it. Coming in number 3, Avowed. Avowed is pretty much the joke on the street is Obsidian's version of Skyrim. It's Obsidian's version of Elder Scrolls. And then you do kind of get that aesthetic look for it. You know, Avowed is going to be a dark fantasy in the same kind of vein as like the Elder Scrolls of the world, the Dragon Dogmas of the world, the, you know, those kind of games. You know, magic based was like how they showed it off. But you know, the more they showed it off more. You know, weapon styles and things of that nature. Obsidian makes great games. Like, no matter what happens when it comes to their games, they're always good. Like, they might not be like polished, because usually their games get rushed out. Like, you know, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. That game got super rushed out because it went through like the development hell and switched from Bioware to Obsidian. You know, then you have Fallout New Vegas, another game where they only had like 18 months to make that game, rushed to hell. Best Fallout game of all time though. But they don't make bad games. Everything Obsidian does is a work of art and just phenomenally done. So Avowed, I have just the utmost high expectations for how good this game is going to be. Quite honestly, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you all too. Coming in at number 2 is Dragon's Dogma 2. This is a game people have been waiting for years. Like, when I say anticipated, ever since Dragon's Dogma, the first one came out, and then Dark Arisen, which, you know, added a little bit more content to the game. Then the game got released on the Xbox One and the PS4. People have been waiting for a new Dragon's Dogma game forever. Square Enix did like a Dragon's Dogma online game only in like Japan, and people were hoping that would have been, you know, the sequel to the Dragon's Dogma, and it just didn't happen. But now it is finally that time, and Dragon's Dogma 2 is right around the corner. You know, it's been a long time coming. Since 2016, it's been almost 10 years since Dragon's Dogma released, and now we're getting Dragon's Dogma 2 this year, and I can't wait. This is one of the most anticipated games, not just for this year, but just for the last decade. It's been the game I'm looking forward to. I can't wait to play it. I know it's going to be amazing. You know, Square Enix has been putting out banger after banger after banger. Not Square Enix, Capcom. He's putting out banger after banger after banger, and this game is going to be another one of the Capcom's bangers. It's going to be an amazing game. It's a game of the year contender. Like, when it comes to like the top 5 of this list, these are all game of the year contenders. That's how good these games are expected to be, and that's how anticipated these games are. Coming number 1 isn't a new game release, but a new expansion. You know, I was thinking about to myself, should we include an expansion on this list? And I just couldn't keep it off. And that's Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. We've been waiting for Elden Ring DLC since Elden Ring came out. Like, we wanted Elden Ring DLC the day after Elden Ring came out. That's how hyped up and how great Elden Ring was. We were just like, all right, the game's out. Where's the DLC at? Hey, you didn't play the game yet. I want the DLC now. The game's still installing. I want the game now. I want the DLC. Give me the DLC now. That's how much we've been hyping up and anticipating this game's DLC, this expansion, Shadow of the Erdtree. All we know about the Shadow of the Erdtree is that Miquella is going to be involved in it. Miquella being one of the gods of Elden Ring, who we didn't really experience much at all in the game. There's like lore about Miquella. You know, he's the brother of Malena. So like you did her boss fight. You know, I'm Malena, Blade of Miquella. You know that line. And if you fight Mog is like guarding an egg that Miquella is supposed to be in, and you know, so there's things about Miquella in the game, but you don't see Miquella in this DLC, this expansion. Supposed to give us that Miquella goodness that we're going to get. So expect some usual Elden Ring and From Software nonsense when this comes out, and I can't wait for it, because your boy is going to be all over playing it nonstop over on twitch.tv/AnubisTGA, because I can't wait for this game, and I'm going to play the hell out of it, because I love me some Elden Ring and some Souls-like games, and I just can't wait. A little ahead of ourselves, but that's my top 10 games of 2024 I'm looking forward to, my most anticipated games of 2024. Leave any thoughts you have in the comment section below. I've been your boy, Anubis Gamer Archer. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Y'all stay safe. Y'all be kind to one another, and I'll catch you on my live stream, which will be linked in the description box below, or my next video on YouTube if you don't watch Twitch. Follow me on all the socials. I have links in the description box below to my link tree. Get you to all my content, all my places to be, and all that good stuff. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out of here. Deuces.